Welcome to Python Made Easy, and in this video we are going to talk about this special Python idiom. If double underscore name double underscore is equal to double underscore main double underscore. This special Python idiom, you've probably used it in your Python code, or you've seen other people use it in their Python code. So what does it do, and how can you use it in your Python code? That's what we're going to talk about. So first, let's talk about this variable here, double underscore name double underscore. So this is a special variable in Python. It's a built-in variable. So every time you run a Python script, this variable here gets assigned a value. Okay? Remember, there are two ways you can run a Python script. You can either import it or you can run it directly. So every time you run a script, this variable gets assigned a value. So here I have two Python files. I have the main file and I have another file. So we are going to use these two files to see what value gets assigned to the double underscore name double underscore variable. Let's start with the main file here. So I'm just going to use an F string here. The name of this main file is, and then let's pass it the double underscore name variable. So when we run this main file directly, we want to see what value gets assigned to this double underscore name double underscore variable. So let's run this file here. So run main. So you can see here that when we run the main file directly, this special variable here, double underscore name double underscore, has been assigned the value main. Now let's go to this another file and let's just copy this. Okay, we'll copy this and use it in another file here, and let's change the name of this. Let's change this to another file. So now we are going to run another file directly. Okay, we'll run another file directly and then we'll see what value will be assigned to this name variable. So let's run another file here. So we'll run another here. So the name of this another file is main. So because we're running this another file directly, the double underscore name double underscore variable has been assigned the value main. Okay, so you can see a pattern here. Every time we run a file directly, this special variable here gets assigned the value main. Now, let's see what happens when we import this another file into this main file. Okay, so we are going to import another. So now, when we run main here, we are also running another. But another is being run as an imported file. We are not running another directly anymore. We are running it as an imported file. So let's run main here. So run main. So you can see here that the main file that we are running here, okay, has been assigned the value main. But this other file that we are importing, another file, okay, has been assigned the value another, the name of the file that we are importing. So this is what happens in Python when you import a file. When you import a file, the name of that file will be assigned as a value to this double underscore name double underscore variable. But if we go back to another here and then run another directly, you can see that the name of another has changed back to main. So what is the significance of this? So I'm going to use two functions here to demonstrate the significance of this. Okay, so I'll define two functions in another file here. So I'll call the first function whisper, and let's say this function returns hello world in small letters like that. And let's call it here. Okay, we'll call and print whisper like that. Let's call this other function loud, and let's say this function returns hello world but in all capital letters. Like that, okay? It returns hello world in all capital letters. And then we are going to call this function here, loud, like that. So what we have now are two functions on this another file. Now let's see what happens when we run the main file. So remember, we are importing another file in this main file. So when we run the main file here, let's run main, you can see that the two functions that we have on another file here, whisper and loud, are also running. So we get hello world here, which is the output of the whisper function, and then we get this another hello world in all capital letters, which is the output of this loud function. So the moment we import another file here in the main file, the code that is on another file here gets executed, which is a good thing or a bad thing, depending on what you want. Now, if you want all the code on the file that you are importing to be executed when you import that file, then that's a good thing. But if you don't want all the code on the file that you are importing to run when you import that file, then this is not a good thing. So for example, let's say for example, we don't want loud function to run when this another file gets imported by the main file. So to ensure that this doesn't run when another file gets imported, that's where we use the idiom if double underscore name double underscore is equal to double underscore main double underscore, like that. Okay, so now we are going to call this loud function inside of this idiom here, like that. So now let's go back to the main file here and let's run the main file. So when we run the main file, you can see now that we are only getting hello world in smaller letters, which is the hello world of the whisper function. We are no longer getting the hello world of the loud function because we have put the loud function inside of this idiom here. So what is happening here is that before Python runs the loud function, first it checks the value of the name variable. So it will only run this function here if the value of the name variable is main. Okay, meaning that this function here, the loud function, will only run when another file is run directly, because it's only when this another file is run directly that the name assigned to this double underscore name double underscore variable becomes main. So if we go back here, let's run another file here. Let's run it. When we run it here, you can see that we get both hello world in capital letters and hello world in smaller letters. So even this function here, the loud function, is running now because the value that has been assigned to this double underscore name double underscore variable is now double underscore main double underscore. But if we run it as an imported file here, okay, we run main here, we only get hello world in smaller letters. This other function, the loud function, doesn't run. So this is how you can use this idiom here, double underscore name equals double underscore main. So if you don't want code to run when your file gets imported, you use this special idiom here. So this will ensure that the code only runs when the double underscore name double underscore variable has been assigned the value double underscore main double underscore. I hope that helps.